We'll see what style we're gonna have from both Noob and Sumail in this game, because if both of them just run around and fight non-stop, they can definitely do that, but they could also build up some items. Like Earth Spirit scales really well this patch. If he just gets 1 or 2 good rotations and ganks, he farms faster than you would expect with a kick. And once he gets just a few items, this hero becomes a monster. So difficult to kill.
Yeah, I guess my framing was very much thinking about they're going to all in on the Luna and team itself. But yeah, I guess if they're able to scale too, I should have a decent time.
Yeah, we'll see what the approach is going to be. We have a little bit of a pause here coming out from players, but getting quickly back into the action.
So Kiyotaka drop the ward, wander over, try and fake things out.
Yep, he's just standing there on the edge. He is being spotted by the dire ward that was planted. I like this dire ward. Checks the top rune. Very unlikely to get dewarded. Usually you do get to keep this one. Warding mid is really hard and has been for the last few years. The chance of getting dewarded just by someone going up and body tanking the tower, it happens so frequently. So just taking a sure ward like this is nice.
Especially that bait spot on the Radiant side, right? That like perfect spot near the camp above the rune. You love warding there as the dire team. It just, and that always gets dewarded.
Might have stayed too close here.
Is he going to get caught? It looks like he is. Cool's just dead. I mean, talk about baiting. I've baited the Observer into looking at the Observer ward.
And he baited himself into scaling Refraction as well. He's playing Void Blades, by the way. This is not the level up skill up. Feels really bad on level 1 because he doesn't have Meld plus Sideblade until level 3. And with Void Blades, the entire idea is that you use Meld to both deny and spill onto the enemy. So this is going to hurt his laning stage a little bit.
Yeah, definitely not ideal.
And a great start there, of course, going over for Omar, getting the first blood on this Hoodwink.
And now pressuring Kataomi as well. So body blocking the Radiant wave here means that Dire Wave's going to reach the tower, then push back. And you were talking about that longer lane being harder for the Pango, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. So this is a very good way to offset that, as you were alluding to. Now, by body blocking, they make sure the lane is going to bounce back. They'll be in a comfy spot to see us. Of course, TA shouldn't be missing any last hits here on the tower. It has the refraction, so quite easy to get the farm.
Oops. Misses one. That's all good.
It's one at least, you know. He's still doing fine. Now they just need to shove the lane really hard here. If this happens for a Radiant, they need to try and push out.
Sure. Refraction's all gone.
They're capitalizing on Clockwork going over to unblock the small camp, but wasn't actually even blocked.
And save being burnt down as well. GH Phoenix up here forces the Snapfire away from that small camp, while mid lane Sumail attempting a bit of a roll, but Kiyotaka's already stepped off. So down to that bottom lane, we had like 2 Dire Sentries, a Radiant Sentry. So he's got his small camp active again, Kataomi, so we'll be able to start pulling.
Yeah, both camps are available, so the big camp is available as well for Dire, and Pure cannot really stand alone here against both the Hoodwink and the Pango. Struggling a bit to get the CS as easily as he wants. And Noob off to a fantastic start.
That's exactly what you want from your Pango there down here. Acorn shot, pretty irritating for the TA as well. I did get a little half pull though into that small camp, and Kataomi is going to try and make sure that large camp doesn't get pulled across. So well done by the clock. I mean, they're pulling out all the stops here after that first blood on Pure just to make sure they get what they can out of this lane. And is that a 3rd sentry from Omar?
It is. He planted a new one.
Goodness.
And I wonder, yeah, it is. It might actually be outside of the range of the Radiant sentry.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Barely.
That's unfortunate.
Wow, that one little corner that's not covered. The entire rest of the camp is covered by a sentry, but unfortunately not that spot, so he does block it up.
Goodness. Oh, top lane, what's happening there? Save's nearly dead, turns onto GH. Trade out the 2 supports, but now Miero's being hit down by Miracle. Luna with another Lucent Beam in 5 seconds. Should have this one.
Keep chasing.
Cut down the trees, chase down the Doom, and doesn't even have to expend that further mana.
Fantastic for Miracle up there as well. Bottom, we see more aggression non-stop here. Pure trying to fight back on this lane.
So Doom... Wait. Okay, I guess he bought it after he died. I was wondering, why does Doom have a bracer recipe but not any of the components? But his components were coming on the courier as he was dying, and then he's bought the recipe. So he's got the bracer now. Would have loved it a couple of seconds earlier, though.
I wonder if specifically on Doom, you're supposed to do that law as well before you die, right? If you ever die in the early game and you have unreliable gold, you should just buy items since you sell for 90% anyway on
just quick buy everything.
This fast of Doom. So yeah, you should only lose 10% of your gold at worst if you have small components to buy.
Or you spam buying branches then? Every time you're about to die.
That's some old Dota 1 memories coming back, basically. Buying recipes.
Save up for that Blink Dagger as Earthshaker. You're 0 and 20, but you'll get there eventually.
Mid lane.
Things looking...
we haven't... Oh, actually diving again on bottom. Kataomi now.
I mean, Noob, he's going to turn with Omar onto this TA, though, and Pure, he's just dying under this tower. Nice little cog play, though, from Kataomi. Buys a bit of time, and Pure will slip away. Dangerous territory, though, going very deep. GH has died up at top here as Miero and Save get a bit of revenge. Omar just always on the front foot there, stepping forward in towards Pure.
Yeah, Miracle trying to fight on the tower, but so many creeps and heroes on him. He does have 7 stick and the healing Lotus, so decide not to keep diving him.
Yeah, and GH is back up there now to try and contest the pull across. Unsuccessfully so. Yeah, kind of just looking at the last hits, you know, everyone's having a decent time, all the cores, apart from the Doom, honestly, having a grand old time. What's the reason here Miero's kind of behind the pack?
I think it's just Phoenix having a lot of impact on top lane, to be honest. He's been doing a great job keeping Miracle healthy. GH, just good positioning, has been taking a lot of the aggro, and also always there to slow down the attack speed with his Fire Spirits to keep Miracle healthy. Even stacking him up on tangles. So I think honestly it's just the impact of this post 5 Phoenix is it's not to be understated.
Kataomi being annoying as usual.
Well, they want to go on the Phoenix right now, trying to chase him a little bit, but they just disengage it, and again it's Doom who has to run away.
That turnaround is so scary. Like, how much damage is Phoenix doing? Like 72 plus Fiery Spirits?
It's so much. It's so much burn over time. You go on him, and he has so much HP as well. Difficult to kill a Phoenix from full HP.
We've got level 6s on both mids. 6-minute rune coming up in about 15 seconds. And already we're seeing Nigma Galaxy kind of making the move across, as are the BetBoom supports.
All the supports here. We see Vision being planted as well. Both the wards being checked by BetBoom here.
Coming with everything. Wards, sentries, cogs onto Omar. Sumail's going to try and save the Hoodwink here, but he's dead. He does throw out the Magnetize and gets a good bit of damage back onto them. With Phoenix arriving, Kiyotaka's being burned down, but he goes aggressive. Straight in onto Sumail and GH, blows up the Earth Spirit. Does get done upon by the Phoenix now, but this is getting a little bit too close for comfort. The blood grenades are thrown. Kiyotaka's still alive.
Oh my god.
All 3 kills and keep the Timber up and running.
And watch that regen rune go back to full effect as well afterwards, as he doesn't take damage anymore. He's got a regen up. What a fantastic start for Kiyotaka. The first brawl here for him, and he just cleans up. Tanked so much damage, dealt even more. Absolutely amazing for him.
That was a 3v3, right?
Yeah, it was both the sports and both the mid laners, and it was a clean fight for them. They killed everyone.
I felt like they were just missing that little bit more. I
mean, it's regen rune during the fight. It's very tricky. Like, even though it doesn't give that much, look at his HP. Because of that small tick all the time here, regenning up.
5? Yeah. Went down to 5. Meanwhile, it's Wisdom Rune time. So Save and GH, they've grabbed a couple. Ancient Dragons try to kill off Kataomi, but Noob slays him. Kiyotaka took down GH and is looking for a little bit more. He's a hungry Timbersaw, taking down trees and losing his curry in the meantime. Onto Omar he'll go, but now he's surrounded by Sumail and Noob. Surely there's no way out of here. He'll chain back closer to the dire base, but he knows that his end has come.
End of the road for him, but he will happily go back to base, get full HP and mana. Of course, Noob gets some redemption there. Miracle top.
Yeah.
Slowly burned. Has the Lotus, not panicking.
Is Doom still... Yeah, he's still level 5. I was wondering where's the ulti from Miero, but he's not quite got it yet.
Yeah, Luna, on the other hand, gonna unleash.
Yeah, there's Omar and Miracle. Take down Miero.
And that is, again, Miero not off to a very good start here. CS-wise, it's looking kind of even, but we start seeing the difference in net worth as the Luna is pulling ahead here. 3.9. Only behind the Timbersaw, who's having a fantastic game, of course, at 4.2k gold. And giving him some stacks now.
Yeah, it's a huge boost to him. So it's going to be Kaya. Amplify all that damage up even more. So yeah, a lot rests on Kiyotaka's shoulders to try and play into that top part of the map, kick the Luna out, maybe get some kills. Yeah, you're really kind of centralizing your efforts right now around the Timbersaw. As we can see, BetBoom and both supports are in behind him, forcing GH to dive away.
It's smart. It's smart of the supports to keep playing around Kiyotaka. He is the one that wants to fight. Doom, meanwhile, just going aggressive here with an ulti.
Onto Miracle. It looks like he might have it, though. The kill's coming. Miero gets it, takes down the Luna, and he dies to a neutral creep as well.
Oh my god, that is so big for him. Did he die to a little kobold?
I don't know. It was something small.
I think it was kobold even.
A Vool assassin?
Yeah,
a hill troll berserker.
Yeah, that was exactly what he needed to get back into the game. So BetBoom just firing on all cylinders here.
Incredible. And that's so much relief for Pure as well, right? He's not had the best laning stage, died his first blood, but now he's had some uninterrupted farming time on that TA.
Yeah, he also sees that his team is doing well. That Luna dying there, of course, Pure is going to feel happy now that he knows that should bring him closer to her or even allow him to overtake Luna's farm. But also seeing that Timbersaw is so massive, he knows he's going to have space to farm up this game. And he's going to go for a Dragonlance first. Of course, the very usual build. We'll see if he's going to go into just a Deso type build or if it's going to be Mjolnir. You know, still options here in this game.
Oh, big smoke from Nigma up top. Right onto Miero's Doom. With a ton of damage onto him, being split around onto the creeps though. Miero buying a bit of time for his team to come in, but they're not fast enough. Save has showed himself. I was thinking about returning fire there, but a good little move in from Nigma Galaxy, bringing 4 members up top to kill the Doom again.
That's a lot of heroes though to bring down one Doom. At least they didn't feed more on BetBoom, and meanwhile they do stay on the map doing other stuff. But Nigma needed that kill, I guess. You would wish that that effort would be shutting down the TA though, as she's kind of building Doom no matter what, you know. Even if you kill him, he's gonna buy items. He doesn't lose much gold.
Kiyotaka, get the hell out of Clockwork's lane. It's 10 minutes in, he needs his level 6.
Oh, snap ulti onto the Luna right now. Miracle trying to stay alive.
Yeah, just being burnt down. The fire and the flames from the Doom and the Snapfire, and potentially now a bit of a push on that tier 1.
It's that long range damage that we were talking about as well, coming in this time from the other team. Snapfire with that ulti.
God, it's wild how much emphasis these teams are now putting onto like one area of the map. Think about the early laning stage with like quadruple sentry, double observer ward bottom, ward in the jungle. Now, BetBoom are doing a similar thing top. There's 3 observer wards all up there. Is this like guarding an area for TA to farm later on? Or is this to play aggressively through top lane?
It's where they want to make plays. So it makes sense to have a lot of vision in this area, see if Luna is farming anywhere near. But I also foresee that once they crack this tower, this is the area they want to hang around. So the wards are just preemptive in that, for that. They didn't see the TPs coming in from Nigma here though, sitting in the trees. But all of BetBoom are joined forces here. 5 of them on top, baiting with save right now.
And they're going to see the Luna heading to lane pretty shortly. Let's see what BetBoom do, because they're getting rolled on by Sumail quite early. A cookie onto Miero gets him distance as he throws the Doom onto the Earth Spirit. Trying to get out of this magnetize. He creates a bit of space with a hookshot and cogs, kicking them around. And that looks like BetBoom just disengaging, while GH, the haste rune grabbed up, gets away from the grasp of Kiyotaka.
Oof, nice rune to get there for the Phoenix. Gets himself out and to safety, but that was still a big ulti burned. The Doom being on cooldown, and Earth Spirit doesn't even take that much damage from it. He's happy to keep fighting. He has 2k max HP at this point. With the Spirit Vessel builds, this hero gets so tanky so early.
He's incredibly buff.
Yeah, so he's looking to defend top tower. He's also looking to take bottom tower. That's what we see now. BetBoom not feeling as confident with the top tower push. Probably just send Timbersaw at it, but TA left the area.
And now they see 3 down bottom from Nigma. They can make a move. And Noob's got himself that Diffusal Blade. Sumail's, like you said, Spirit Vessel coming out pretty shortly. Nigma Galaxy, I could start hitting the gas pretty hard in the next couple of minutes. I mean, are we thinking about an early Roshan for either of these teams?
I think BetBoom, if they manage to open up the map a little bit, could definitely look towards it. They're building towards the Deso. Look at Pure, though, gets Diffud here. Oh no, he follows.
sharpshooter, and the sun ray still comes through pretty hot. And Noob, he's got this deeper connection on to save. Looking at Kiyotaka's Timbersaw to maybe reinitiate, but save Snapfire stuck down in the low ground in this river. Katomi can offer some protection, but here we come with Earth Spirit again. Save is dead. Omar picks up the kill. Noob in these cogs, blowing up Kiyotaka with the Eclipse out of Miracle, and Katomi's just on the run. Nigma Galaxy, the brute force attempt here, running straight over BetBoom to kill off 4 in a row. No, Katomi's hookshotted up to high ground. Is that enough distance? Sumail says absolutely not. I'm going to catch up to you. Long range, reach and catch. And there we have it. Nigma Galaxy coming straight back into this one.
And Noob on his Pango. We see why he's a Grandmaster on this hero. He's just shining. He knows exactly what he can do. The first ulti killing off the TA was good, but he connected that into something more. Chasing and getting good vision onto the entire team there. Finding all of BetBoom as they were trying to run away. Using that diffusal. Nobody gets away. It's so difficult to run from a Pango at this point.
Yeah, and it just feels like Nigma Galaxy, their synchronization here, you know, in the fight is good, but overall that macro style of we've got all our items ready to go. Let's go for this 5-man move. They get a pick off on Doom a couple of minutes prior top, which was nice, but this is so much bigger.
Yeah, it really was. And that enables the Pango as well a lot in this game. We can see him still staying competitive here in net worth now, 6.5k gold. He's building towards an Aghanim Scepter next. So not rushing for that Blink Dagger. Wants to be able to dish out good damage here. Get the Aghanims and get some extra procs as well. Against the TA Refraction, perhaps. And this slows down. Like, BetBoom, they had a great start on the Timber, but now they feel a little bit shook. And this is where their draft struggles a bit. You hinge so much on the Doom. He does have Blink now coming out, so you can make a rotation with Doom ulti being ready. Probably important for him to try and get a pick off on either Earth Spirit, Pango, or Luna here. Get one of these cores down.
Yeah, because you can't keep getting stuck in this. We're waiting for next item, waiting for the next hero. You know, oh, TA's behind, we're going to catch up with her before the Doom is ready, and then Kiyotaka's thinking, hey, I've been ready for 5 minutes, let's freaking go.
Yeah, Kiyotaka, yeah, he just wants to brawl, but at the same time, he needs the initiation to be someone else, and that's why we see the smoke move coming around, going behind the tier 1 tower. Looking for an angle for Sumail. Yes, Illusion Room.
There's the hook shot right onto the Earth Spirit. Illusion Rune and a Sun Ray. Oh, the kisses landing over the top should be able to take him down with Kiyotaka's final touch of damage, but he's gone far too deep. Miracle Noob and Omar turn around and slay the beast. So what started out as a potential nice pick-off from BetBoom, it's a trade.
Yeah, also difficult now. TA was running towards this fight, but changed her mind. Meanwhile, Luna is just pushing into a tower. So, yeah, it's a 1-for-1, but you're losing base. And meanwhile, TA isn't even safe.
No, she's still getting caught by Noob. He stepped up the staircase, bouncing around on the cogs a little awkwardly, but should still be able to move into position. No, he's crashed the wrong way, allowing Miracle, though, to come in from the side, and a supernova over the heads of BetBoom to catch another.
Wow, they're really just exerting pressure with their better teamfight abilities here. So much is coming back to this Noob impact. The offlane difference right now is huge. Doom, yeah, you found a nice Doom target on mids, but, you know, that's one kill that still turned into a 1-for-1. Whereas these Pango rolls are devastating. He is just absolutely wrecking people.
And it's like what you said in the draft, right? Kind of navigating these mid-game team fights is a little awkward for BetBoom because...
It is, yeah.
They kind of wait. You know, the TA is not ready. You pointed it out. She kind of came and then didn't, went back to farming. Timbersaw wants to go, but then Doom was waiting for his blink. Katomi's clockwork wasn't level 6 until like minute 11. So there's a lot of these very disparate pieces. Like the cogs aren't tied together. They're not being greased up properly. And... on the flip side, Nigma Galaxy are waiting for no one. No man will stop them. They are just running down lanes.
Yeah, for sure. They realize that they have a lot of heroes who can start the fight. You can start either with Pango or with Earth Spirit. Both of them play similar roles in that, and both are durable enough to go in first. Meanwhile, BetBoom, like you said, they want items. TA has yet to be part of a single kill this game. She has run to these fights, but it hasn't worked out, and that's the worst case scenario. Either you want to be farming up and getting big, or you want to get something done. But here, he's been trying to help out the team, but it just hasn't really worked out, as they lost Kiyotaka too early on mid there.
Noob, a little chuckle there. You know, you just pause the game after winning a team fight, and then you say fixing hotkeys. You know, yeah. Imagine how much of a morale dampener that is for BetBoom. It's like, yeah, I just won a team fight and team wiped you all. But I'm plugging my keyboard and monitor in. I was
sorry, I'm playing with mouse only right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
let's rub it in a little bit.
They're feeling good right now, and this gives Nigma a lot of opportunities, so let's see what they do with it. They should be taking over both the rune control and maybe eye up an early Roche attempt to snag it away from BetBoom if they can ever get in position for it. Also, they have Luna, the tier 2 tower pusher of the carry roles, you know. One of the best at cracking those tier 2 towers early.
Yeah, she sure is. Well, BetBoom, time to reset and rethink. A lot of space out there for Nigma to farm down bottom, push into waves. They're playing pretty spread here. There's a grouping of 3 down bottom to protect Miracle. And of course, Earth Spirit with that roll can catch up as well as they just go straight on onto this Timber Saw. Kiyotaka shows himself in lane for a second, and Omar is there.
It was the perfect timing. Omar just got his Rod of Atos flying out. They had big timings coming up. Luna also just finished her Manta Style now, but that Atos delivered and allowed him to chain stun, hold the Timber in place, and allow for this kill. Even Phoenix coming in with a bit of extra damage. Power Spike is big and effective right now.
Sumail just kicking rocks.
Again, this Hoodwink is just eyeing for kills. Some defensive lane ward coming out from Radiant. They know about it. They want to be cautious. I like how they have 2 wards on the mid lane. They have one between the Radiant tier 1 and Radiant tier 2, or Dire tier 1 and tier 2, and then they have their own. So just keeping track of the traffic on the mid lane.
Yeah, where's the damn Earth Spirit? Where's the Hoodwink hiding in the trees?
I mean, he does usually roll by mid lane.
I don't know, I feel a little surprised we're not seeing like a triple BKB build up here from BetBoom. Are they just kind of aiming for later on in the game, or does TA not feel like she needs BKB anymore?
I think TA just wants to be able to use the stuns that she has in the team in the best way. That's why she wants Blink Dagger. Even if you have BKB, it's still not going to guarantee you that you will survive in the fights. You need Blink Dagger to coordinate with this team. So I understand it. It's not a bad choice, and it's an earlier power spike. This game is slipping quickly, and he has not had any positive impact yet for his team. He's just farming. So getting the Blink Dagger is giving a power spike like, hey, we can go right now. If you go BKB, that's 2,000 more gold you got to farm. And right now, everything is falling out of control very quickly. So I like the more aggressive, sharper route that he's taking, going for a fighting option.
Yeah, the question kind of stems from the fact that Mira has just finished off his. And then Kiyotaka's Timber Saw looks like he's got no intentions of going in. Aghanim Scepter's up for him instead in a couple hundred gold.
It's similar, right? The Aghanim's effect is very similar to a BKB for Timber Saw, except it has some aggressive component to it.
Right.
You basically make yourself difficult to kill. That's what BKB is supposed to do. But the Aghanims for Timber is also a huge amount of damage. Like, once that blows, you do so much damage to a hero if they're right next to you.
Rest in peace, Kevin the Kobold. He's out there, he's scouting. Well, they know where Nigma Galaxy are right now. Minute 20 is about to come. It's that potential just to go into Roshan after a team fight. Absolutely here. And that waiting period of BetBoom finally coming to a close where they've got 3 massive items that kind of has to lead to a team fight victory for them.
Yeah, they do. They need to make some plays happen around the items that they have combined now. They kind of want the Blink Dagger on Doom as well. But he still has 1,200 gold to go for that one. TA setting up to take an instant Tormentor.
He bought it and sold it, right? I'm not crazy.
On the Doom, yeah. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Doom had to blink, sold it, bought BKB, and now he's rebuying it, right?
Yeah, it's something that, you know, you love to see. If people pick this facet, you better hope that they're going to actually use it, because for a long time, we saw a lot of people take this facet by default, it felt like, and then the only thing they sold was like Magic Stick Embracer in the mid game.
Yeah, just didn't do anything with it.
Yeah, it didn't really give you much, but if you're going to play this, you might as well go for that Blink Dagger and then sell it. He hasn't been spamming Midases or anything this game. Just, you know, one purchase and sell.
Next, we even had Ramses kind of go for this. What did
the Midas Blink alternating? Yeah.
Well, yeah, he did Midas Blink and then alternated and sold them. Then he bought a pipe. Yep. And then he sold the pipe late game to like rebuy a Midas or something. He did a lot of funny stuff.
Yeah, Ramses was the most exciting one to watch probably, as he did a lot of switch back and forth. Very hard to pinpoint and keep an eye on what your opponents have when they do that. Yulsep on the Phoenix is looking to set up.
Won't be able to find it on Miero. Yeah, like, so much happens in the mid game. Like, oh, someone's bought this, someone's bought that, and you're just like, I'm so sure he had a blink a second ago, and now he doesn't.
Yeah. This Yules on Phoenix, by the way, you should keep an eye on in team fights, because if he is in the right position to save against Timbersaw, then he's gonna be fine. Noob actually wants to turn this. Let's get over here.
Straight back onto Kataomi. Again, just there's a ridiculous amount of catch they've got. Diffusal, Rods of Atos.
Did he just roll down through the cliff there? Huh.
He kind of drifted down, yeah.
That was so weird. I think he should have bumped the high ground.
Don't have a full staff?
Good turnaround by Noob. Ultimately, not too scared about the initiation there. I think it was a bit disjointed. The Clockwork Hook.
Ah, they found the pesky squirrel, and they're going to kill her off.
Yeah.
Omar, this time just stepping a little bit too far forward into enemy territory.
Doesn't feel amazing though to throw a Doom away like that, because now you give so much momentum to the Luna. She can just go. She has Aegis in hand. Doom is on cooldown. This is just all green lights for Luna to go and do whatever he wants. And Miracle, he's not about to sit around and do nothing.
It still feels like someone on BetBoom is throwing up that red light and saying, we're not ready. You know, when that's all happening, we've got Pure Split pushing top, Kiyotaka's down bottom, looking to cut waves.
I mean, the reason is this, Gareth. They just know that they have weaker teamfights. It's as simple as that. Right now, they're fighting into Aegis, and they have worse teamfight spells. You're not fighting against the Phoenix plus Pango plus Earth Spirit. Should actually be respected in teamfights too. Magnetize is a serious impact spell. And even if you have Aghanims on Timber now, it can be countered. So it's not a big power spike for BetBoom, sadly. Even though they have their components, they can't really manifest it in something bigger than, you know, pickoffs.
Yeah, I guess the little victories for them is this net worth lead hasn't really built, right? It's been sat around 2-3k for quite some time now. So Nigma Galaxy, you know, they're getting room on the map, they're stretching their legs and finding pickoffs. But so far, you know, cracking a tier 2 down bottom, and maybe finding Kiyotaka down here as well. Miracle and GH diving up on him. They've got that Yule Scepter, like you said, perfectly timed. And Stramel there with the roll to continue that chain stun.
That's the liability as well of going for the Aghanim Scepter. I always feel like Aghanims on Timber looks insane until the enemy team actually just says, okay, we'll buy one cheap Dispel, like a Yule Scepter. And then it just looks completely useless. You have 4.2k gold. You could have, like, he could be TP'd out there.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's a curious item. I'm not sure if it's good or bad even. It's very hard to say. GH has the solution though.
BKB for Pure. GH right over the top of Kataomi with Noob to blow up the Clockwork. I mean, at every stage of this game, BetBoom have just had a hero dead.
Yeah, pretty much. They're bleeding a lot of heroes, and you're also not feeling great because, yeah, the net worth lead is still pretty close, but you're playing into Luna, and you have TA. TA is supposed to be the momentum, you know, early game strong carry, whereas Luna, we usually see as this pushing carry and strong late gamer. So you don't really feel comfortable going late game against the Luna as TA.
And the timing from GH on this. Yes. What, maybe 0.7 of a second worth of that Aghanim Scepter used, and he gets
he knew exactly what was going to happen. He was waiting for it, and building himself towards the Bongo Boots next, the Boots of Bearing.
Oh, another catch onto Omar. A bit more breathing room for BetBoom, and Miero's even going to BKB TP away.
No Basher yet on the Pango, but looks like he's queuing up a Lotus Orb, so he's thinking more about the being as strong as possible as 5 here.
Pure sticking around a long time to push out an additional wave down bottom.
Yeah, 30 seconds on the Aegis for Luna. Considering pushing a bit. Oh, TA wants to steal the Tormentor, but this could backfire.
Oh, where is he?
Oh, he's
in the
fine.
trees. He's out.
That was so close.
Funny business.
Good spot to TP out right there. Stay safe. Instead, rolling onto a Tormentor. Clockwork attempting a snipe with the rocket, but it's a level 1 rocket and was a little bit too late. If he would have stolen Tormentor with a level 1 rocket, though, that would have been quite the value for one spell.
Yeah. I mean, that's a DreamLeague moment. Like, absolutely.
We've had a lot of those funny things happening.
Oh, still a bit of calm. You know, BetBoom haven't had their base broken yet, but you can just feel this impending doom coming. Like you said, Miracle on this Luna. 19,000 net worth and running across to that left side of the map. As Miera's Doom.
Even without the Pango roll, they don't need it. Got one
They
TA.
saw Pure. That observer ward placed in the lane, but Pure is out of there.
Yeah. Kept his calm too. Didn't BKB during that, so only 4 staffing and blinking afterwards. Stay safe. But the smoke failed, but top though, Doom might be forced to BKB TP again here. Needs to find a pocket.
That physical damage comes through pretty quickly.
I guess he's fine actually. He's tanky enough.
It's crazy how much of a difference like just a lane ward can make, right? It goes from being we're hunting Doom or TA to we can see the TA.
Yeah, it's very scary when she is in vision. If they had roll from Pango, he rolls in, blinks on her, that would have been, you know, death. Fortunately, that was on cooldown. And can survive against the Rod of Atos setup. I was actually betting looking for a fight bottom. Everybody TPing though.
I can imagine Kiyotaku's just screaming. He's been ready for 12 minutes. He's been waiting for everyone else to put their shoes on.
Yeah, and he also is even more ready than ever now. He has his own BKB and the Aghanim Scepter. So now Yule Scepter doesn't counter the Ags anymore. He used the 2 in tandem and he's going to be completely fine.
Enchanted Quivers for both of the ranged carries. Very nice.
Yeah, I definitely think that TA is going to be even happier than Luna, but Luna, once she gets that Kanda and Quiver, you can pop a lot of damage very quickly.
Oh, Omar again. This slips into position. Nigma Galaxy playing this very hand-holdy style of gameplay. 5 heroes all together, and it might net them a bonus kill, but looks like Pure again with the blink. Always calm.
Very difficult to catch him with the Yules like that. Can always blink when he lands, unless the refraction runs out. See them trying to swing back here. BetBoom have really felt like they're on their back this game, just struggling to, you know, correct themselves. Now gonna go and look for Miracle, the perfect catch.
Oh, he missed. Miracle's still going to get doomed and kissed down by Mortimer, but potential here for the Luna to slip away with just a little bit of help. Noob and Sumail in from the back. Miera BKB's up, chasing in onto the Luna. Miracle gets to high ground and now protected by Omar. Gets to safety, stays alive while in the back lines. It's Pure is being chased. Sumail and Noob right on top of the TA. Miera and Pure dead, and BetBoom in shambles, being run over by this absolute bulldozer of an Earth Spirit and Pangolier. Sumail's come out with a double kill, and another roll forward's going to get them 4 in a row.
Yeah, beautiful pickoff.
Stand a chance.
Yeah, Clockwork is not even looking. He's on the other side, fixing lanes a little bit. Katomi is like, yeah, oh, he actually gets out. Nice. The BKB TP at the very end there, but that was a very, very close to them catching the Luna. Unfortunately, the initial stomp there from the Doom didn't connect on Luna. Gets away, Hurricane piking to the side, and now they're looking for a punishment. They know that cooldowns are up. TA did for so long. And once this tower falls, we've seen what Luna can do to the racks. So if the tower goes down, the racks are almost never surviving.
It's inevitable.
Yeah, that's how it feels.
When they have a glyph, right?
Yeah, they actually used it already. They used it for a tower. You get a new one on the Melee racks.
Jump in. Noob. Oh, just about gets the distance. Miracle. Pushed around by Cogs. Pops the Manta and BetBoom. They're trying to chase this one. They are desperate for anything. Again. But look at Nigma turning. They know there's blood in the water. They can get in right on top of them. That Miracle damage. The Luna just shreds through them thanks to Noob's roll.
Yeah, the Kanda beam with the level 20 talent. The 2 glaives fired on the Lucent beam means that he does so much damage with a single click. It's devastating. And now, not wasting any time, they're backing up and checking if Roche is up. Actually, is he TA walking out on lane?
Oh, Pure. Oh, hang on. Oh dear. where is Pure fine? I'm sure Pure is absolutely fine. We'll watch the rest of his team die.
Yeah, it's been so close so many times now that Pure has been caught. But, of course, that's the strength of TA. If you have Refraction up, you can get yourself to safety quite easily. She also knows for sure that Roshan will spawn in 40 seconds, but Nigma don't know the exact timing here, so they're just controlling the area. everything has really unfolded here in the last few minutes. We said that it was pretty even for a long time, but now suddenly in 10k lead for Nigma. We start to see real difference in the damage dealt by the carries as well. I don't know how much damage he has been able to do at all this game on Pure.
Pure?
I feel like it's not even in the 5 digits yet.
No, it's like... I genuinely can't remember the last time I saw him hit a hero.
Yeah. I feel like he's done like 6,000 or 7,000 damage this game, whereas the Luna is probably closer to like 25 or even more at this stage. She had some nice ultis too.
Nigma Galaxy just...
Noob is ready. Can hear him revving his engine.
Vroom, vroom. GH steps forward. The smoke breaker. BetBoom, this feels like one of their last couple of chances in game 1. Jumping in from Nero. Right onto the Phoenix to kill him. GH has brought back, and look at the damage from Miracle. You have lost Kataomi. Kiyotaka has to BKB. Tries to chase deeper into Nigma Galaxy, but they've all split and spread, making sure that the
Phoenix on
BKB
the
comes to
portal?
an end. And now the turn back onto Kiyotaka. Broken, nearly dead. A bit more damage to come his way. Should finish him off, and there it is. The male with the roll. Finds the takedown on the Timber Saw as the Kisses providing a bit of covering fire. BetBoom. They force Nigma Galaxy into an awkward spot now where Samael's nearly fallen, but Miracle, he shows off his guns with a good amount of damage onto Pure to keep the TA at bay. Now Kataomi is slain, and, well, Noob is found by Miero in the back lines. A very scattered fight, which BetBoom are executing pretty damn well. Pure is finally unloading the damage, stays alive on the TA. Pure can turn back and come into play onto the Miracle Luna, get an ultra kill for Miero.
Oh my god, the turnaround. Miero doing so much in this fight as well. Buybacks coming in as well, but I don't think they can do anything with this. Buyback.
How many
on
buybacks
Omar.
was that? 5 buybacks.
Yeah, the Phoenix was the first one to buy back going through the portal, but they camped him, kept the silence there as well with the trap. So he came through the portal after his buyback and tried to dive away. And he got the dive out, but he also got silenced beforehand, so he couldn't stay safe. So he got brought down very quickly, giving the number advantage, and they just kept snowballing on that. Miero with this sick frontlining, nobody really wanted to focus him.
It's like, where did Miero come from?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, all of a sudden, I just see Miero with, you know, Assault Cuirass and Cloak of Flames being this unstoppable force. I think only Luna can bring him down at this stage. And Luna was focusing other heroes, so not that easy for her to deal with him as well.
This has gone from a game where I was literally saying BetBoom has, you know, a couple of chances left to now being them ahead with Aegis in hand.
Look at the net worth swing, dude. The swing is so hard. They were 10,000. We just talked about how they were 10,000 gold ahead. Now they are 3,000 gold behind. It happened like that, Gareth. So very fast.
In an instant. Yeah, and also TA did about 6,500 damage in that fight, so doubling her damage numbers.
Yeah, I would assume so. She was left unattended, and all of that thanks to these frontliners doing their job as well. The Doom jumping in with no fear. Timbersaw was also in there on the front line. Now we see another brawl on mid, starting to build up here.
BKB's up. Straight down to half HP from that immediate damage out of Nigma Galaxy, and it looks like BetBoom deciding to run. The TA is trying to close in on this, making her way over as the turnaround onto Noob blows up the Pango. Nigma Galaxy overstepping, and Pango's dead for 100 seconds. Kiyotaka knows this.
Yeah, they're bleeding a lot. 100 seconds with no Pango. This is a big moment. They could actually crack some base here, even out, or even get an advantage on the barracks situation. TA already in a good position top, pushed all the way. Closing in on level 25 on TA as well. Gonna get a big power spike there. I assume he would go for the bash here. Either talent is good though. You see again the Pango just being a little bit too far forward compared to the rest of his team. Also didn't get the Lotus out before these spells come in.
And now it's BetBoom hunting. And how quickly this script has flipped. Like, Pure is now the one on towers, setting up the bunker for BetBoom around him.
Yeah, spamming those traps everywhere, keeping taps on the opponents.
Roll in, blink away. Jump out from Pure. Samael.
Still see how tanky some of these heroes are. Samael takes a hit from TA, loses like I don't know, 5% of his HP.
Tier 2 dead. Are they going to go for it? Timbersaur's the one with Aegis, so it's a little awkward for Pure to step up high ground.
Yeah, it's a little bit complicated to go high ground. I think they're happy just taking over the map right now, and they're realizing that Luna is out somewhere on the field. Look at Miero, man. Again, he's just playing really well this game. Had a rough lane, but he is hunting.
Farm that camp. The Rocket Flare sees him. In comes Miero. Can Miracle blink TP out with the Luna? Barely gets back to Fountain before Miero would find him.
Yeah, the blind hook shot not on point there. Gets himself safe. I wonder if he knows exactly how close that was. The hook shot was actually clicked.
I mean, my toes were curling into the floor. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. They do get Tormentor as well on the back of backing up to base here. Side of Nigma, so at least taking that before you lose even more of your advantage. Speaking of Nigma's position now and what they have going for them, looking at their power spikes, they do have the Swift Blink coming up on Luna. The full thing is being delivered right now. So quite a bit of extra damage and mobility for her. I think the speed from the Swift Blink is quite vital this game. She needs to be able to reposition. We've seen how good BetBoom are at chasing people.
How is that next fight going to break out? I mean, what's Luna's goal? Does she want to try and jump the Snapfire first, or?
I honestly think that they need to get on the TA and lock the TA somehow. Either like bait out the Hurricane Pike early. Like, it all comes down to TA mostly for me. Which, you know, I'm a TA spammer. Maybe I'm just saying that, but I think he was doing tons of damage in the last fight. TS KDA still doesn't look impressive. 1, 4, and 7. Like, yeah, she has to be shut down. She's doing too well.
The laugh hits though, man.
but yeah, her damage output with Daedalus and Swiftblink as well, you cannot ignore her. And focusing on the Doom or Timber, I think either could be a trap to go on. So either you take out both the supports quickly or you focus TA.
Yeah, and like how different this game is for people like Noob, right? Where the first 15 minutes was very easy breezy, free flowing, use ulti whenever you want to. Now he's rolling into Doom and a TA standing her ground, just raw damage coming his way.
Yeah, I feel like he really wants his basher as well. We saw that early Aghanims, but he hasn't really been shining as much ever since he got it. The Lotus Orb really hasn't done that much as well. Like, in theory, it's good against the Doom. But this Lotus Orb is mostly just to get him unsilenced. Like, it's mostly a utility against the TA silence.
Hello. Fishing a little bit there.
Mystery deepens.
Yeah.
Some tier 4 neutral items coming out as well. I saw the Luna pick up that cloak, so a bit tanky now on the Luna with more evasion, more magic resistance.
Do you know what's funny?
What's that?
Right now, the players have one thing they know more than we do in terms of actual game state. Pure knows when the next Roche is respawning, and we don't. We're casters, but we don't have access to the information right now. The TA fast at that play. Homie with a crazy dive in.
Where is he? Is he at the enemy base? He's dead now, though, isn't he?
I mean, he didn't have any teammate nearby when he went on that, so that was a wild hook in. TA was very far away. And this gives a little bit of a chance for Nigma to get on the map here. Simail looking for it. They need to have jam, man. Look at all these traps everywhere. Aggressive wards as well. Like, they need to clean out. This is way too much information for BetBoom.
That's so freaking dangerous.
Yeah.
Well, as a TA spammer, what's your guess on Roshan respawn?
Oh, I see. My innate should work just by being a spammer. It's probably going to be like a 45-second respawn, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, it feels like it.
Plus or minus 10 seconds?
Plus or minus a few minutes.
Plus or minus 1 minute 30.
Yeah, it's something that they can strategize around on BetBoom. They actually will know like the exact timing. It's still a pretty weak innate compared to what a lot of heroes got, I think, considering she has the traps. Could already see Roshan when it did spawn, so the only thing you have is that you know ahead of time now. Which, if you compare that innate to some of the other things that we see on heroes, it's kind of weak.
I mean, can we make judgments based on how they're moving right now?
We're good.
Because it's Radiant Roshan, right? So it's bottom right corner, and they're playing top part of the map. So it feels like it's going to be like 2 minutes 20 spawn.
Yeah, probably. If
Unless they immediately all TP bottom now. That's a Parasma on Doom. Hang on a second.
That is a Parasma indeed. That is a wild build on Doom, my brother. What? Sure.
That projectile speed is so good for Doom.
He's gonna become a rage hero? Well, okay, so hear me out.
Well, hang on a second. I
Never
don't think
mind.
we can.
Hear me another time.
Noob is rolling in, but they've lost Omar immediately. Buyback out of the hoodwink here, trying to hold their ground outside their base, but it looks like BetBoom have conquered. They've come and seen what they wanted and taken it.
Yeah, they also forced out the
God damn it,
rolls,
Wagner,
though.
you were pretty freaking close with that. Yes, weren't you?
Yeah. That's pretty...
49 seconds.
So 4 seconds off. My innate is working. Fantastic. This Parasma is amazing to me. It's very curious. One thing to mention is that it does deal a lot of damage through the BKB as well. Like, this thing is still nasty to get by. I don't know. I've never seen a Parasma Doom before. So Miero just onto some next stuff. The stats aren't that bad, to be honest. You get some armor, get some attack speed. The 40 int is kind of random, but it gives him the mana pool for his refresher.
That's true.
I feel like there are other items you probably could buy. Like, this Parasma instead of Octarine is a choice for sure.
Well, Doom's also got that level pain, right? Like level death.
Yeah.
If someone's lower level than him, there's 15% more damage. So you're getting more
Your auto
damage
attacks,
from
yeah.
Parasma.
So this is an auto attacking build. It's gonna slap people.
Absolutely. Well, Nigma Galaxy smoked up.
Pure with the smoke
As our
reveal.
BetBoom. Pure in a little pocket there. Yeah, they've been waiting for this Radiant side Roshan, but right now it looks like both teams well aware of what's going on. Kiyotaka rooted up for a second. And Pure gonna deal, or try to deal with this Lunar Illusion. All these kisses. The vision given for Kiyotaka and Miero. Oh, the illusion bait. That was a fake. Now Miracle protected by the Supernova. They've blown up Kataomi. Clockwork's down, has to buy back. Noob's rolled in onto Pure. Miero trying to stand there and defend the TA while Miracle and Sumail unloading their payload onto Pure. Half HP, but BKB's up. Pure stands, turns, and fights. Back into the Earth Spirit with a tremendous amount of damage, but Sumail still stands strong. Miracle Manta's out of a bit of an onslaught from Pure, saving Miero, low HP, trying to skip away. Kiyotaka, in the meantime, has killed off GH and forced to buy back out of the Phoenix, but it's Miracle and Omar up on the front that have killed off Pure. The big takedown on the TA. Noob might still be in trouble, though, hey? In the backlines, that tick out from Parasma. Serious heavy hitter from the Doom.
Doom actually doing a lot of damage here in this fight. People cannot run away from him. More importantly as well, Pure tried as hard as he could to dance backwards there in the fight as they dove him relentlessly. The TA got forced to use his Blink and his Hurricane Pike defensively, and they kept going on him. But in the end, they did lose a lot of resources for this as well. Buyback on Kataomi, buyback on Noob and GH. So BetBoom's still very happy with this fight. If they don't get forced to buy back on the TA, it's still amazing for them.
Such an awful lot of back and forth, though, isn't there? Pressing forward, finding the backstab. You lose track of Kiyotaka now on this right side of the fight. He's going to come swoop in from behind to kill off GH.
Oh. The Luna gets slowed up a little bit here. Getting chased.
Trouble.
Yeah, he has the invis from the Trickster cloak, gets himself to safety and then blinks away.
Invulnerability.
That's one of the nicest neutral items to get onto carry. You know, you already think they're annoying to deal with, and suddenly they have invis as well as a lot of evasion and magic resistance. Miracle's played a really good game here as well. He's 12-3 and 10. I think he's doing a lot of work here with his Blink and Hurricane Pike, juking and jiving in the fights.
Oh, hello there. Templar Assassin has the big item. The largest of items.
The big one, yeah. The damage is coming now. Full rapier. Is she coming in time for this fight, though? She has to go through the gate. There's a ward as well that spots this. Dewarded.
This is a little spooky.
She's hopping through to her team.
Omar, the bushwhack. In jumps Miero, though, straight into the back. GH getting caught and forced to supernova quite early on. Sunray not really going to accomplish a whole lot, and BetBoom, I mean, they
cancel on
BKB. Well, they jump in with Pure, looking for GH, but now the turn, Sumail and Omar trying to catch up to Pure. Let's see if they can follow through on this, because they're right into the back onto this Luna. Miracle standing, but not surviving. Dead to Kiyotaka as the Timbersaw comes in clutch. GH now in trouble, and down they go. 2 in a row for BetBoom. They've got buyback on the one. Luna can return. but they've got to find something in the backlines here. Noob and Sumail, with Miracle coming in, they kill off Save, but Kiyotaka's damage is tremendous.
Miracle is the target now, chasing after him, trying to find where he is.
This is so dangerous for Nigma. I mean, Pure is going to find Noob here for sure. There's no escape for the Pango, and what, does the Luna just have to TP home?
They're pinging him. They actually know where
He's now in trouble, and down they go. 2 in a row for BetBoom. They've got buyback on the one. Luna can return, but they've got to find something in the backlines here. Noob and Sumail, with Miracle coming in, they kill off Save, but Kiyotaka's damage is tremendous.
Miracle is the target now, chasing after him, trying to find where he is.
This is so dangerous for Nigma. I mean, Pure is going to find Noob here for sure. There's no escape for the Pango, and what, does the Luna just have to TP home?
They're pinging him. They actually know where he is. He TP'd in, so he can't TP home. They know he has to be somewhere. They see him now on the trap.
Over the trap, Hurricane Pike and Manta style, has a BKB. Let's see if Pure can catch up to this Luna.
Ooh,
the hook shot misses. Miracle, though, going to get stunned up, turns to try and fight it back, goes invis, but down you go. Dead for 2 minutes, and BetBoom have gone from an unwinnable position, it felt like, to now 46 minutes in being the dominant team in game 1.
Yeah, how did it slip from Nigma like this? They were so solidly ahead, but this fight particularly, the Pango got forced to cancel his TP to the outpost. After that, BetBoom just pounced. We saw at the start of the fight there how he was trying to TP in, but felt like the location was a bit too dangerous. And then he's stuck all the way over in Fountain while the fight breaks out. And without Pango to frontline, they just falter. They do not have enough to stop this onslaught of Doom running in, Timber charging forward, and then Snapfire raining down the kisses. They just all basically ran for their lives in that fight. No damage was really being done.
Yeah, I guess this is where, for me, it's felt like the kind of tricore of BetBoom have finally got that wind in their sails. They're finally all ready at the same time. As Nigma Galaxy, the Earth Spirit and the Pango, who had a very good early game, have kind of had to relinquish a lot of that control and presence to the Luna. And as soon as the Luna's dead, you know, we saw Miracle die, buy back, try to come in again, not able to withstand what BetBoom are throwing their way. And Omar just gets slain by the TA. Jump in again onto GH. Kiyotaka just pressing forward and forcing Nigma to cower in their fountains while the tier 4's and the throne is dying. Now bash the stun onto the Pangolier. One more hit will do the trick with a hook shot, and Kiyotaka's damage. They should have Noob. They've tried to jump the TA in the back with Sumail. Pure is dropping. Down he goes, but he's got the Aegis. Rapier still in hand, Sumail dipping back into the fountain, hiding in the well, GH is stuck in the trees, and that's got to be it now. Game 1, BetBoom are fountain diving Nigma Galaxy, starting off their DreamLeague with a bang.
What a great comeback from BetBoom as well. That early game looked so rough. Nigma carries, we see the SF, we see Luna in the previous game, and you know, TA being played back-to-back here, they believe in her potential as well. Not a hero that has been doing that great this patch, but obviously worked out for him in the previous game.
Even just being used as bait, right? You have to have some kind of use. You know, dangle a carry.
Oh, you're always useful in one way or another in Dota. You know, I'm underfarmed. Yes, exactly. That's my friend. You go first.
Save and Noob. A little bit of a head-to-head in that mid lane, just showing themselves. No wards placed just yet.
Late smoke up here for at least Radiant. Maybe both teams, actually, as we see Kataomi ready to click his. Yep. Nyx not part of this.
Interesting. He's coming through the gate, is he?
Yeah, he's just sitting and controlling the gate right now.
30 seconds.
I think he wants to possibly block up some
all the
spawns.
boars. The smoke breaks on Miero, and that early warning system is there. In the right place at the right time. Nigma Galaxy going to have to scurry back to the bounty runes. So what is this Nyx doing?
He's just looking to block up camps and control stuff. He put a control over on the gate for now. He has the observer there. And he gets spotted by this dire observer ward, actually. But yeah, he wants to block up the camps so that the Ench can't get good creeps, I would imagine.
And off he wanders back to lane.
Yeah, he actually is holding on to his sentry. Didn't block any of the back camps. I was thinking he could do that and body block the small camp, but looks like he's just gonna go and join the body blocking of the creep wave.
It is quite common, this Dire Observer ward in the top jungle, right? Against the Nyx Assassin. We saw, again, going back to the qualifiers, watching Ari do it a bunch of times. You kind of drag waves around, go and farm jungle. Nyx Assassin feels like Marana of the old days, where you're a position 4, but you are getting quite a lot of farm from the map.
Omar actually skills up the stun level 1 instead of the mana burn here, so using that to secure the range creep as well as deal some damage to Pure. But this top lane should be very, very strong for Dire. Enchantress TA should be having an easy time.
It's still mana burn in your head as well, huh? I avoided saying the spell name the entire round.
I still call it that. Yeah. I mean W. I'll call it W. Mind Flare. I mean, it still looks the same, so...
Yeah.
Spell is...
And the enemy has to have mana to use it on them.
That's true, yeah. If you have mana, you die if you're a creep.
Well, a bit of lane manipulation going on. They do turn with some good damage onto Kataomi, though, with a stun and a blood grenade. But Noob looks like unable to finish the job. How far is Noob from level 2? Can he onslaught soon?
Yeah, he can't, but he can W after him here, using the W trees, so he gets closer.
He's got it!
And that's boots for him. That's so big for them. This top lane was supposed to be a bad lane for them, but already getting a start for Noob that's going to help him. And Omar takes the chance to pull the creeps.
Right, tremendous start, and same as dead down bottom as well. These two supports that are usually quite domineering in lane already being shut down from an early point. It's a good sign for Nigma Galaxy.
Yeah, always nice for Shadow Fiend as well to get a kill in lane. Now his aura is even stronger. It kind of ramps up. Now you have the Boars having -6 armor when they get close to SF, so he has to be very cautious with how he micros them. Of course, Miero no slouch though, so surely he won't be feeding them away too easily.
Well, it seems like Kiyotaka's grabbed the water rune up north, and he's going to get the southern one as well. Drops the chat wheel lines, so I guess he's been kicking the Sanking around. Sumail coming out the worse for wear in that mid lane, while Kataomi again being chased down by Noob and this Primal Beast. Not enough to finish her off this time around, though.
Yeah, and now he's going to be happily just turning into this right-click menace. The Enchantress always laying in the auto attacks, skilling up the impetus in this lane as a reaction to the Nyx. So because Nyx is there, he doesn't skill enchant, and because Nyx knows that, he doesn't skill Mind Flare. It's like the double step here, or at least level 1 he didn't skill it.
We'll see if he goes for it, and he can always go kill some jungle creeps. Dragging that wave in behind their own tier 1 now puts Pure and Kataomi in quite a forward position.
Yeah,
not really a chance for Sumail to like move or anything. Yeah, Sumail's actually just going back home.
Yeah, a little bit awkward for Sumail there. Mid lane, I thought it would be having a better time, but Kiyotaka so far getting a little bit of the upper hand. Still very even in CS, but going to base and TPing out like this is not a good feeling. Bottom lane, attempting a go. Miero.
Here they got Beastmaster, Miracle, and GH. What have they got left in the tank? Is there another raise or anything like that to try and finish him off? Looks like they'll kill the Hawk, but Miero, the hero, will survive.
Too long cooldown on the ice shards. Not going to be able to trap him again here. But still bullying him down to really low HP. So difficult for Miero to stay on lane now. Past the helm, of course. So plenty of armor and regen. Even get a salve up.
He's in that threshold of not wanting to show in the lane again. Now, it looks like even though Sumail had to leave mid, Kiyotaka doesn't really get a massive lead in terms of last hits. Slightly ahead on the levels, though. Sumail's going to throw whatever spells he can the way of the Earth Spirit. Gets rolled on under tower. Takes a few more hits than he would have liked.
Yeah, still fights back decently. Just a Sandstorm doing so much damage to Earth Spirit as well. Noob not having an easy time on top lane now as the TA has her own boots and gloves. Anytime he gets close, he just gets a Melt Strike to the face.
The Shard Golem's throwing some pebbles at the Nyx. And comes the Primal Beast, though. Set up stun from the Impale. Omar and Noob. Do they lose the Nyx here to the Golem? A final bit of damage, it was enough.
That was so close. That was an auto attack from the little one.
Miero getting raised and snowballed upon by Miracle and GH, even turning on to save now, who spent all of his spells, so a little bit more damage from the Shadow Fiend should do the job with that final raise. And this late TP coming in, and Chandra's not really going to be able to save the day at all.
That's a beautiful start for him there on Miracle. Again, off to a good start, just like last game, 3-0 and 0. He has power treads, 660 gold as well, pretty close to a Morbid Mask.
I didn't realize the Primal Beast has kind of slipped behind the rest of the pack. It's felt like Noob has had a good laning stage, getting that kill, pressing forward. But
it was always going to be a rough lane, so that's why I was so
right.
excited when they got that early kill, when they got a good start on the lane, because otherwise this lane could have been devastating.
So this is the case of this is the best as you can get. A roll into Snowball mid though. Sumail, he's been given the chance to epicenter and dive straight back in. Kill off Kiyotaka. And BetBoom, they just don't have the numbers. Nigma Galaxy have 4 bloody heroes here. They're ticking down, but they will survive.
Yeah. Meanwhile, top rune at least gets claimed by Kataomi, not allowing that one to be ball up. Bottom lane, Miero. Look at the range on that snowball coming in.
Oh, jeez. He's got the catch on him. And Shadow Fiend just unloads so much damage.
Oh no, they killed him before the aura disappeared as well, so that's 3 stacks now on Lasting Presence. Of course, any kill will reset the timer on the existing ones.
Oh, 7-1. A mild net worth lead for Nigma Galaxy, but it's felt like every move they've made has paid off for them. Still having some difficulties up top, though. This Pure and Kataomi dual lane with Kiyotaka arriving could undo what's left of Nigma Galaxy up top, especially around the 7-minute mark. Wisdom Rune, Carapace, not going to get him, but the stun is back out of the Nyx and the Sand King with a trample over them. Kiyotaka and Pure very nearly dead, but the follow-through just not quite there.
BetBoom get away with it. That was a risky move, but it works out for them. Barely getting the Nyx kill as well before the Sand King comes in there.
And then GH was on the other side of the map getting the Wisdom Rune there.
Yeah, so still a 1-for-1 on the Wisdom, but that was a very important move to bring that many heroes and steal this the Radiant Wisdom, so to say.
Carapace and a stun, Omar's dying breath. It looked decent. And for a second, I thought that Baby Roshan Courier was another hero coming. And I was like, Nigma Galaxy, they've got some kills. But they just didn't. They didn't.
New heroes coming as well.
He's so shiny. He's got particles flowing out of him.
Yeah, some couriers truly do look like a full-fledged hero.
Yeah, I'll grow up one day.
More particles than Morphling.
I mean, you've more polygons and particles than Morphling for sure.
Yeah. Probably either. Bottom lane still looking so difficult for Beastmaster. Both offlane are struggling a lot, because we talk about how, you know, the Primal Beast is not having an easy time on offlane, but same can be said for Beastmaster. Primal is now activating here, running into enemy jungle.
Save. Being pummeled. It's the death squad from Nigma Galaxy.
All five.
All 5 of them.
I think Miracle was trying to get over there to get a reset on his minus armor again,
but
he didn't get there in time.
He's got some stacks to take.
I got the -1 at least, but meanwhile, BetBoom are wasting no time. They take the top tower.
I mean, that's the big difference, right, between this and game 1, is Pure is having a good early game.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a fantastic start for him. He now has started occupying the enemy Ancients area, and TA with maxed out meld farms it very fast with this facet. So he's going to be ramping up his farm faster than anyone else right now. But SF is also cracking bottom tower.
Yeah, see if BetBoom are actually able to respond to this. Looks like they're rolling mid and trying to play there with Kiyotaka having a bit of a poke onto the Primal Beast. Sumail's set up camp in this enemy ancient spot. Omar and Miracle off to the right-hand side as well.
I like how both teams are stealing the enemy ancients right now.
Yeah.
Little Kobold will come in and give the information.
It's like an agreement to play opposite sides of the map.
Yeah. Good agreement for Nigma, since the ancients were already stacked before they got here.
True. But maybe also a good agreement for BetBoom, because Nigma are the ones with 5 stuns.
That is true.
You don't want to be playing into them right now. It's kind of a tricky one for Kiyotaka, honestly. Noob. Gets rolled on. Magnetize out. But in comes Sumail with the help of the Pulverize and Earthspike. Got a lot of damage. The snowball straight back over towards Kataomi as they blow up the Earth Spirit in the meantime. Nigma have kept everyone alive. Noob is still going to survive through the Shadow Realm, while Miracle joins in the fray to blow up Miero. Sumail gets a double kill. They kept Noob's Primal Beast alive, and now they're charging forward and looking for a +1. a cherry on the top could be saved. Dark Willow here. A snowball into Walrus Punch. It's enough to steal the kill from Miracle, who surely would have wanted it.
A Walrus Punch with that lasting presence actually does so much damage. I didn't think that GH was going to kill him there. Also a slick play by GH. Nice pickup, pulling over onto the Enchantress there. You saw that save onto the Primal Beast. He not only chain stunned in a good way, but he also moved them over to the Ench, getting them out of danger here as we see the reinforcements coming in from BetBoom from the side. That's just a very slick move.
It feels like Nigma Galaxy just kind of walk it forward.
Yeah, they're feeling very strong around the SF right now, so around him they can do whatever they want, I think.
And then they go for more. Sumail's seen the Enchantress. This is money towards Bloodstone, but the Dark Willow is there in the nick of time to stop them with the Brambles.
Yeah, if those Brambles weren't there, one single auto attack from the SF would take away like half HP from Ench, so gets away safely. Do have to be careful not to chain feed against the SF. He does have 3 stacks right now. Do not give him another one. Of course, it only starts really compounding when he has level 15 and the buildings are the ones to suffer afterwards. Get the minus armor affects buildings talent.
What's Shadow Fiend's second spell called?
Feast of Souls.
You actually know it? What does it do?
It increases your
yes, Griff, it's Shadow Rays. Haha, that's the second.
Oh my god, it's a trick. Feast of Souls is just attack speed, but you lose your souls, right? It's so bad.
Does anybody ever skill it
until
like level 26 or whatever?
But I think it's a mistake to do it. Almost every single SF just skills stats instead. Plus 8 to all stats just feels better by far compared to this, because no SF likes losing your souls. So yeah,
it's antithetical, whatever the word is, to the hero, right?
Exactly. It's not thematic. You want to keep the souls. Like maybe you could use them as economy, but not for this. It would have to be something more exciting.
Like a big crit.
Yeah. I mean, anything really other than just this. The 40 attack speed up to 70 attack speed and then 100 attack speed when you use it. But you lose damage. That's the thing. You lose so much damage.
Oh, Miracle coming up top to put that damage to use. Down goes the tier 1. While BetBoom, well, they get a move on. They head down south, and they're going to spot out Miero down here as Omar and Noob TP bottom to catch the Beastmaster. He was softly pushing down his bottom lane. Does finish off the tier 1 in the end.
Yeah, but he's still really struggling here. He is bottom of the pack, not really getting into the game the same way Noob is. Noob can just go together with his friends and keep fighting because he's a primal beast. He has no cooldown, nothing to wait for. The Beastmaster needs to farm his way back into the game. And the Helm of Dominator has completely missed its timing. Normally, you would want to see Helm of Overlord finishing up about now.
Right.
He still doesn't have a recipe or the ultimate orb.
Oh, do they have vision on Pure? Here with Omar, they definitely do. But he misses his stun. Needs Sumail to come in to get this one done, but Pure will turn and slay the Nyx. Now it's BetBoom's chance. This is your time to shine. Turn back onto Nigma, get some big kills here. The 2 supports should fall shortly, but it looks like the rest of the heroes with the streaks, the big cores, are surviving until Kiyotaka rolls back in, misses out on Sumail, kicks a rock across the front. Noob's gonna onslaught back. Full disengage time. Kiyotaka's still got a lot of reach though. Continuing forward. Trying to catch up to Noob here,
but
his team can't keep going.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough help. He used a lot of rocks for this as well.
So they'll dip on that bottom lane. Go to the twin gate and think about playing top.
I think this is the thing though. BetBoom, they can take fights as long as Shadow Fiend is not in the area. SF with his friends is way too strong to fight into right now. But that bottom fight proves that as long as SF doesn't really have a chance to hit, then who cares? The Blade Mill Earth Spirit is happy to go in. Oh, nice W from Willow. Stays safe here.
Noob's into the back though on the TA. Nice 2-man stun. Omar trying to set up this fight for Sumail as Kiyotaka rolls away. Threads the needle right in between them, but GH has managed to catch up to him. They need to keep blocking the rolls here with the tons of stuns they've got. Perfect chain disables onto the Earth Spirit as they claim a couple of lives.
Very good fighting again here from Nigma and BetBoom. They're trying to put up an early fight, but again, it feels like they want these items similar to what we saw last game. The TA wants that Blink Dagger.
Dire's middle tower is under
It was close to her going down there, actually, but managed to stay safe.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Age.
Save.
Pickoffs. It's a ward that sees the Beastmaster.
Save's going to have to call the number at the end of his name in a second. Needs some assistance. Sharpish, because he's blocked by the shards. Miracle. Can't tag him up, though. BetBoom have vision over this Shadow Fiend. The Centaur after Brambles. It's a little bit annoying, but they're not making a go on him.
Just gonna go on the poor Centaur again. Another Dominator creep falls, and we have Nyx in the area. Could hunt if he wants. Not gonna be so aggressive. Aggressive, though. Aggressive?
Aggressious, yeah.
It's a new word.
Precocious, aggressious.
Yeah. I think they are setting up to go into the Roche right now, though. They're really taking over the area. It's top Roche. I don't know how easy it is for BetBoom to hold on to. Not gonna start yet, though. SF wants to farm Ancients a little bit more.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sumail with an Invis rune. Could cause some problems down here. But it looks like he's just going to show on the wave to clear it out and defend his tower.
Happy to defend it. Invis rune also pretty handy to have.
This Sankey's pretty scary, right? You called it out in that draft, thinking about the support heroes of BetBoom. The Sankey. Ooh, Omar. He's
Staring
shadowing
him down.
Pure. Starts it off.
Okay.
But where's the follow through? It's not coming.
That was a little bit odd. I'm not sure what he was going for with that play. I guess he wanted to mess with the TA a little bit, you know, burn her mana, but there were supports in the area. Quickly come over and punish him.
It's just showing Pure that he's being watched, you know? It's just like,
you know, Pure will happily take that, like a sushi belt, just feeding him. A support coming in alone. 300 gold, just like that. We take it. Also take the Grove Bow. TA very happy with the tier 2 item there.
And the fresh shard as well, I think she just purchased.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the SF has the Pupil's Gift. An underrated item still, I think, on SF. 2.5k HP. This man is not that easy to fight into.
No, pretty damn strong. And again, kind of going on him is quite hard when Nigma Galaxy have so many ways to turn around a team fight with all their disables.
Yeah, especially when like one of your initiations is roaring with Beastmaster and Tusk could save against it.
Right.
That's the problematic part. Tusk didn't go for a Blink Rush or anything. He's going for Drums here, which I think is a better build as well. Drums will work really well with the Primal Beast and with SF. Get auto attacks, get damage, get speed here.
There's the Roche for them. So Aegis for Miracle. Now it's quite early to go high ground, right? This is going to be tier 2 towers and pressing forward on the map for Nigma Galaxy with the lead they've got.
Yeah, they have to be careful about bottom. There's a troll down here and the TA pushing. Actually, they're losing tier 2 very quickly.
I mean, Noob, he's kind of stuck in the bog here as Kiyotaka and Pure try to finish off that tier 2 tower. A good terrorize from Save buys them time, but the tower's still standing while Kiyotaka, he tried to roll and TP out, but Omar and Miracle were ready and waiting for him.
A good position there. Coming in from behind, they get the pick off. They keep the tower alive as well. Good use of the glyph there as they overcommit a bit. Thought the Earth Spirit was gonna get away at first, but nice move by the rest of Nigma to follow up. Now we should be seeing what you were alluding to, that tier 2 push. The SF has the aura as well. He has the presence aura, affects buildings. It's pretty much aligning perfectly with the Aegis timing. And Pure. Ooh, Blink on cooldown now. That's dangerous.
Oh, this is scary. He's going to see them coming up the ramp, silences them, but Sumail didn't get tagged by the trap, so the stuns will come thick and fast. And Pure's Templar Assassin, the first death of the game. 50 seconds on the sideline while Nigma Galaxy are shoving down these lanes. But they're also coming back to try and maybe catch BetBoom, who started to cut this bottom wave.
Yeah, Miero just trying to stay on the map and do what he can, cutting wave, but he does have a save nearby. They're gonna try and kill Noob.
And with a roar, The skellies, the rally damage and save coming in. They've got a lot to pump into this
is it
primal
enough,
beast,
though?
but he stays alive. He can't be dealt with.
Crimson Guard. Those little skeletons were not doing any damage anymore.
Miero's still here, throwing wild axes at the next assassin, but he's going to get caught out by Sumail. No, Sumail has missed his stun. Now Omar's in trouble. He's dead. Miero's going to be able to run back a little bit further from this, but he's got no backup coming. Sumail and Noob should be able to finish him off eventually. Got to be careful with the Primal Beast, though. Now 200 HP left. The balls are slowing you, and Sumail has the epicenter to kill off the Primal Beast. And the Beast Master. Dear Lord.
In the end, the ulti coming out from Sand King as well just had enough of him. Bring him down finally. As all this was happening, Miracle basically just been pushing mid. He did get the tier 2 tower mid, then enjoyed some easy free farm where nobody really wants to contest him. He has the full Hurricane Pike and the Manta Style. He just for 2 more minutes. Enchantress gets a very useful delivery there by TA as well, as we see some recap. The shard went over to Ench, so she can now dodge and disjoint stuff. Disjointing SF auto attacks is probably one of the most useful things with this Sprunk here.
Are we rewinding to watch Sumail miss his stun? Where are we going? Pure is going to stand up by his ancients.
Yeah, here comes the push to bottom. You see BetBoom want to play the area and defend, but at the same time, I don't think they are strong enough at all, so Pure straight towards mid. Our Spirit and Beastmaster just getting whatever farm they can in the rest of the map. Miero actually opted not to go for Helmo Dominator upgrade due to the timing being so late. He went for Vlad's instead.
Oh, Pure makes a move on Sumail. Katomi and Save backing him up, but the Sand King's pretty tanky. That impetus damage with a TA just launching projectiles down takes him out. Miracle, the high ground ward there, spots this attempted Requiem. And now BetBoom again have found themselves in a spot where they can be aggressive. They can maybe crack Nigma Galaxy here.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, Nigma need to recenter around the Shadow Fiend and play around him, basically. When they get away from him, that's when we see these pickoffs happen. The Sand King's still pretty squishy. Even though he was having a great game, he was 4-0-8 now. His first death of the game here. Once he gets his Shivas, I think he'll start becoming harder to kill. But until then, there's still a timing window he can die.
Well, the roar on the Primal Beast. Kiyotaka and Save with a ton of damage. 8-1 charges on Noob. That's never going to save you.
No, no way. Even if he popped that, still definitely dying there. We see the damage. Dark Willow doing quite a bit to add into that as well.
Oh, Nigma Galaxy starting to bleed a little bit. Sand King dead, respawns, Primal Beast dies. They're trying to catch Kataomi here, and it looks like they've got him. A very quick line drawn by the Primal Beast there to shove out that top lane.
Immediately calling for pushing, but at the same time, look at bottom. Pure has a Deso, has the creep wave with him. This tower is definitely gonna fall. It's pretty low HP, so you could say like, oh, that's whatever. But Pure's probably gonna stay here. He has a full BKB, so he can keep pushing and forcing somebody to come defend.
Soaking up all the farm on that side of the map as well. That's what Pure has always been so good at. You know, push that extra wave, farm that extra camp without being caught the majority of the time.
Dire are scanning.
And Nigma Galaxy set up a bit of a camp in that top jungle.
Dire's
The Aegis has gone.
under attack.
Miracle still hasn't died a single time and has 7 kills, by the way. That's a lot of extra necromastery he has.
Oh, hello and goodbye. Very quickly dispatching with save.
Nero going to cut the next creep wave. He does not want the tier 2 tower to fall. Sneaking behind. It's being pinged out.
And a much different game.
Omar
here.
is on him.
Oh, yes, hello. Blink
Can he get
back
out?
TP.
I don't know about that.
Vision, do we have it? Not quite.
They didn't see him there. Wow, what a good spot for him to TP out. They're still looking for him, but he found the perfect blink spot to TP out. I thought Nyx would get vision walking by.
I thought so too. I couldn't go and see him.
Well, he cut only one creep wave. They're still gonna go with the next one. Nobody on creep wave cut duty. Actually, the first one already reached the tower as well as the range creep survived.
Yeah, how much harder is the comeback this time for BetBoom? Like game one, we saw the elements, right? We saw their kind of timing come to fruition. Like this feels much harder with the Beastmaster and the Earth Spirit feeling a little lacking.
I would say significantly, yeah. I think they just have a really great lineup this time for Nigma to keep bullying the way they're doing. They have Nyx for hunting. They have a ton of heroes can initiate. You have the Blink Dagger over on the Sand King as well, so he can catch people. And yeah, once they get the next stages, I think that's going to be a timing to crack base. Right now, they're just hunting for kills. BetBoom.
Smoke breaks. Sumail roared. Can they save the Sand King?
There's the snowball. There it is.
Snowball there. Buy some time. Omar will fall, but they've kept Sumail alive. Try and turn back onto Kiyotaka and Pure, but this BKB up for Kiyotaka lets him roll even deeper. Goes to the back lines as their front lines are dealt with. Noob is down. Nigma Galaxy lost everyone bar the Shadow Fiend, and that might not be true for much longer. Do they have reveal?
They have a dust on the beast, but 10-second cooldown still. He's hunting.
He's out of there.
It's too late. That backfired so hard. Sand King just got a little bit far away there. The snowball was there to attempt a save, but
hang on a second.
Was still tricky.
Pure, where he just got body blocked. He sees the courier. He's like, what's going on here?
Yeah. He's just going over. He wants to steal the enemy ancients, play this area, maybe even start threatening the tower.
Now raw into roll, the Requiem there.
Yeah, Miracle tried to auto-attack a little bit, but realized that he can't really bring down the BKB Earth Spirit that quickly. And then he just ran away. And once he leaves on SF, that's when you know there's no more damage going in.
No, it's fight over. And that's one of those situations where, you know, if the snowball had been 1 second sooner,
yeah,
it would have been huge for them. Or even just if there was, you know, you want a snowball there, but I'm just imagining a world where the snowball doesn't happen, the Requiem saves Sumail, and then maybe the fight... Oh, you're right.
Fine. Never mind.
Kiyotaka's there.
Yeah, but the SF would connect as well here, but...
Yeah, definitely an awkward one for Nigma Galaxy to find a way to put all those pieces together.
No, you're definitely right. It's very timing based whether or not you can save people or if you just turn into more feed. They just smoked under a dire Observer Ward. BetBoom are saying, never mind, we still just keep going with this Roche. I think that's the correct call there, killing it very quickly. And we can see Nigma are very slowly moving up here. Didn't rush all the way.
Do they still want time? Do they still want to fight? They're trying to get in position, but BetBoom have come in, taken Roche, and TP'd or gated away.
So clean. What a nice play by BetBoom. Again, BetBoom just flipping the script on this game. Even though I said that this should be a really hard game for him to turn around, on the back of a good catch in the river there, and then, you know, making the advantage extend even more by taking this Roche. They are now ahead by 2k gold, and they're also building on their lead in general here. The experience is looking really nice. Level 22 on TA.
Yeah, I gave you a chance to say it's the easiest comeback in the history of mankind.
I don't want to undersell what they're doing. That's why I'm saying it, you know. This is impressive. BetBoom are playing the map in a really good way. Just understanding how to get the most out of it. And this is where you could say Nigma Galaxy, yeah, sure, their draft is very good at going on someone, and they're good at playing around the SF, but they are not that good as individual components, right? This draft is strong at team fighting. It's very, very good at chain stunning people. But if you split them up a little bit and you start going alone, then the Sand King doesn't do that much anymore. The Primal Beast isn't that strong anymore. Whereas BetBoom, they're kind of building. The Beastmaster had a hard start. He's actually recovering.
Yeah, not looking too bad now. Does he never go back for the upgraded helm?
No. No, I don't think so. I think he's just gonna go down full aura beast with you know, BKB probably needed against all those heroes. So yeah, he went BKB, has Blink Dagger to initiate, and now Assault Cuirass is coming up. That AC is mostly to mitigate the effect of the SF, but also plays very nicely into the TA on your own team.
Oh, setting up down bottom now.
And not to underestimate, the Enchantress is getting there. Kataomi has the full Hurricane Pike soon on the Enchantress, so he'll be able to do some right-clicking too.
And the classic scaling Enchantress from the position 5 role. Just cutting out that wave, making life very challenging for Nigma Galaxy to get out of their base. A couple
Nigma
of
are
heroes
starting
top.
to look a little bit more lost on the map after what happened the last few times here. Full BKB is being purchased by Miracle. Miracle still hasn't died a single time, by the way. It's very noteworthy, especially as he is a Shadow Fiend, so he has a lot of extra damage due to that.
Is that like an indicator of anything? Like, is that a good thing, or is that a bad thing that he's not died? Like, he hasn't been involved enough?
No, it's amazing that he hasn't died. He's played great. But the bad thing is that sadly, his kill momentum has kind of stopped. He was getting tons of kills, but that was like 15 minutes ago. Now, it's a different story. High ground being held here by BetBoom. Difficult to go up that ramp.
It's such a good spot for them to play from.
Yeah, they have a gem on the Enchantress as well, so they're just taking away all the vision here. If she goes a little bit north, she can find a Radiant Ward.
Sumail's in. They've got a taste of pure here. Where's the rest of BetBoom? Can I come and defend? Yeah, Kiyotaka, he's tried, but he'll die. Now the Aegis is down. Miera comes in with a roar. Pure, he needs to get the hell out of here, but the stuns just keep coming out of Nigma Galaxy. Sumail and Miracle stand their ground, but Pure has found a way back up to high ground until Noob chases forward, trying to get a grab on him, but Pure's out. They'll turn onto the Kataomi Enchantress instead, with a snowball there. They'll claim her life as Pure TP's home, defended by the rest of the squad.
Yeah, I mean, Pure lived, but his support to his mid is like, yeah, we saved you, buddy. Like, we did that. He went very alone into a lot of heroes there. Played pretty aggressively, pretty forward, and we saw all of Nigma ready to react. The moment they saw him, look at them just pounce.
It took a little while for them to finish him off, but once Kiyotaka's gone, that's a lot of your team fight just disappeared.
Back in the game, we have SF just shoving straight towards mid. Glyph already used.
I'll just run it down a lane. Get that damage going. And they're going to try and kick off a fight in the mid lane. Sumail's there stunning them up. Quite a bit of damage onto Pure's Templar Assassin, and that massive crit finishes her off. 90 seconds, no TA. Nigma Galaxy now in the Dire base. The flip-flop back and forth in this game has been pretty spectacular, as now it's Nigma Galaxy looking at a
Minus
potential
13
victory.
armor from this SF. The buildings are paper.
Fours.
Yeah, they're going straight for it. He doesn't have buyback. Oh, this is so costly. He spent all his gold Pure.
I mean, what a massive turning point. They'll get onto Miracle. Snowball, though, this time, early from GH. Keeps the Shadow Fiend alive to turn back onto Miera. Kill above as Kiyotaka slain in the blink of an eye. The heroes just disappear, flop flat on their faces as Miracle showing off his Shadow Fiend in a spectacular primetime Miracle gameplay moment. He is unkilled, untouched.